Welcome to the third quarter lunar phase of the Leo lunar cycle. This week's energy update is brought to you by the power of the Magus Moon. This is the waning third quarter moon in Gemini. So all things Mercury and the moon. Plus, we have Mars going retrograde this week, taking you through November 13th. And it's going to be a very purifying and hopefully responsive, not reactive or explosive, energetic for Mercury and Mars interacting with each other. Now, during the next lunar cycle in Virgo, also ruled by Mercury, we'll be heading towards the next Mercury retrograde, so stay tuned for that. Definitely hit like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel to get a weekly energy update of the cosmos. All right, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen because I like to look at the blog post, sharing you all the amazing information that comes to you every week at Lunar Ladies. So if you are fascinated with the cosmos like myself, interested in knowing your natal chart through the language of astrology, I highly encourage you to join me in club.lunarladies.com. It's a free community space where we talk about the cosmos, the movement of the planets, and how the moon affects us. And then if you want to get deeper into how to personalize that information, that's when you join my inner circle. And the inner circle is live Q&A breakdowns every week with special helpful support guidance tools and helpful hints, moon messages, and lots of cool stuff. I even throw in some witchy wellness tips every week. Then we dive in together with your chart in a group of high frequency, awesome women. It's a great place to find yourself. And you get a 2-week free trial to check it out. So definitely go to club.lunarladies.com and click on Inner Circle About to learn more about how to bring more of that depth of the cosmos and the energetic ease, grace, and flow of the cosmos into your life. Believe me, my life has never been the same since I brought in the cosmic perspectives. It makes life on Earth so much easier, especially in these tumultuous times of change in the decade known as the 2020s. So let's dive in and take a look at this week's blog post at lunarladies.com. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so we can take a look together. All right, so welcome to Returning Your Power. This is the Magus Moon. I love it. So let's tune into the powers of our soul brother Mercury to teach us about the power of our mind and how to return us to our own personal power. So the energetics of this third quarter lunar week start on September 10th, 2020 at 2:26 a.m. California time, 5:26 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And so the third quarter Gemini moon is all about magical powers and your magical powers of influence. Like, how do you connect with the stream, the live stream of cosmic energy? And if you understand how energy works and how the nature of your mind and the nature of your soul, how they all three interact together, you can create anything, really. Now, it's just not magical thinking here. This is understanding the quantum physics of how the universal light manifests in physical form, how you can redirect and move the universal chi, the flow, because you are a divine creator, a spark of light of the consciousness of the universe. Okay, so we're going to find out what diverts us from our spiritual path, and we're going to release and let that go. Why do we release? Because that is the nature of a third quarter lunar phase. It's about releasing, letting go, and by the time we hit the last phase, balsamic, we have surrendered. And when we've surrendered, we're brand new, fresh, and ready to enter into the void that rebirths us into the next lunar cycle under the new moon. And so in the chart, I cast a chart for this time, September 10th, 2020, 2:26 a.m. I do it in my hometown of Alameda, California. It creates a chart. I read the chart and I deliver you this information to help guide you each week. Now, in this third quarter Gemini Magus Moon chart of 2020, the moon is in Yod formation to Jupiter in retrograde. So the Gemini moon creates a 150-degree angle, also known as a quincunx. I like to use the phrase Yod because Yod is one of the unrevealed names of God in Hebrew. Yod is a point of light. It's beautiful. And so with that understanding, I look at that relationship between planets when they're at 150 degrees is a highly unstable relationship based on light or light understanding or spiritual insight. And so you want to, in order to ground this information, ground this relationship, this energy, you have to take it from spirit, from light, and ground it into the earth to make it stable in the physical world. And so when we have powerful fingers of God or yods, we have to understand that our task is to understand it from a spiritual place, take that and ground it into the physical world by connecting it to Mother Earth. Then we understand the true nature of that relationship. If we don't, it's very unstable, similar to an electrical line that got snapped during a storm and it's waving around crazy. Very unpredictable. So we have to learn how to ground that energy. And so in this week's lunar chart, the moon is in that spiritual, energetic to Jupiter, the great expansive, beneficent planet who's in retrograde in Capricorn, meaning it's in review. And so the moon has the ability, because it's the Magus Moon, it's magician, magician in the tarot, sends a spiritual shockwave into your ability to become a leader, Capricorn, and an auspicious or a benevolent type of leader in the future tomorrow. So Jupiter's in review, understanding how to bring that expansive, joyful vibration into physical form as a leader in the earth energy. So Jupiter is here this week to share with you your legacy and to help you review so that you can learn to shine your light out into the world in a bigger, better way. So your key here is to come into a deeper development and alignment of your spiritual core. And how we do that is become consciously aware. And the third quarter lunar week says, slow down so that you can become more aware. Now, Mercury, the ruler of Gemini, and the upcoming lunar cycle in Virgo opposes in opposition to Chiron in Aries retrograde. So Mercury is currently dancing in the energy of Libra, a fellow air sign, but comes into opposition 180 degrees away to Chiron, the wounded healer, in our divine I am presence, Aries. And so in sound healing, oppositions are in a deep harmonic. So we need to find the harmony. That's the key. So Mercury's energy is imbued with that rare magic of the Magus Moon. And Mercury has got that like infused honey, sacred energy. So Mercury, the mind, the soul retriever, bring the left and right hemispheres of the brain into balance through kindness, fairness, and justice. So become more aware how everything is connected to everything else at the most subtle quantum level. And you have to slow down to really understand and feel into that. So this helps your inner warrior heal. And the best way to realize or how to heal your inner warrior is to realize that right now you lack for nothing. That is the magical elixir. And so focus your mantra. Say, I lack for nothing. I am imbued with the rare magic. I see the connections of everything at the quantum level. Now, when we have a quarter lunar phase, the sun is involved. Well, the sun is always involved with the lunar cycle. New moon, it's a sun conjunct the moon. First and third quarters, it's a 90-degree angle, and full moon, it's opposition. So this week, the Virgo sun opposes Neptune and Pisces, also in retrograde or review. And the Virgo sun is here to help you become more aware of your inherent joy and the wonder of life that is already existing around you. So again, the power is coming back into the now, seeing how things are connected, seeing that you want or lack for nothing, and that there's so much wonder of life all around you. And so you're invited by the sun to merge with the celebration of life. Now, because the sun is in Virgo, it's really helping you prepare for the next lunar cycle in Virgo. So let go of frustrations. And when you do, you become more readily able to accept the higher truth of all things. And Virgo is very good at organizing chaos. So if you have some chaos in your life, I'd pay attention to the Sun in Virgo opposing Neptune in Pisces retrograde. That's a lot of soul energy you can bring into your everyday routines. So when you visit lunarladies.com, clicking on this week, and you read the blog post for how to return your power with the Magus Moon, you can read more about the nature of the Magus Moon. It traveling through this week, the 7th lunar mansion known as the Visitor. So I highly encourage you to connect with your angels, your guides, or your power animals. You have a visitor coming to you to help you, right? The angels are knocking at your door. So let them in or call to them to make a date to help you stay the path. I like to also add in the human design element, and the Magus Moon at 18 degrees Gemini is passing through gate number 45, and that's known as the King and Queen. So here we have the Magician and the Tarot already appearing. Now we have the Emperor and the Empress, who are also part of the show this week. So if you're into tarot, you can study those 3 major arcana and bring that in to help you. The Magician, the Emperor, and the Empress. What are their messages for you? This is really about tapping into your inner royal self and learn, what is your style of leadership? Because remember that Jupiter in Yod to the Moon says you're a future leader of tomorrow. So review what you need to review to help you become that amazing leader. And my next modality that I bring into every week's moon message is the Sabian symbols. And so for 18 degrees Gemini, the Sabian symbols is a large archaic volume revealing traditional wisdom. So this is old ancient knowledge that wants to surface as you tune in and go within. Your inner Akashic volumes of records from past lives want to come up to teach you. So traditional wisdom, seek it out. And this is when you get into the inner circle. We explore your Gemini ruled house this week. And we look to see, well, what's happening there? How can you personalize the information? Where's your personal growth and self-development? And we get you on your way, because the goal is alignment. And that's what we do in the inner circle. Now the Virgo sun has a message as well. At 18 degrees Virgo, its Sabian symbol is a swimming race. Now I am a former swimmer. I still am. I just have to find a pool so I can work out. But I've spent most of my life underwater. And I love this Sabian symbol. It's called a swimming race. And so I remember I was an Amateur Athletic Association union, and I was a athletic swimmer. And so I did plenty of swimming races, but my favorite race were the relay races, because I love doing my best in communion with other swimmers, and together we won. Together we broke the record. Together we got the first place or the gold. It was just so exciting and fun. So the Virgo's message is, what's your idea of a race? The sun wants you to realize a spiritual ideal takes effort and it takes some work. It's not a race to get to the end, but it's actually how you run the race, how you perform, are you fair? Are you following the rules? What are the rules of the game? So check those out. What are your spiritual rules, and follow those and learn to be fair, right? And let yourself practice spiritual development by doing your best. Isn't that exciting? So you can get more in tune with the Virgo's Sabian symbol, Virgo sun's message, and also explore your Virgo ruled house as well this week, because you'll find clues to the great mystery that is you this week. Now, when you jump into the inner circle, I help you explore that. I come with a lot of experience. I've been following this life, the moon, religiously since 2014, but I've also been reading astrology and studying this ancient art for lifetimes. And so here's the overview. You can tune into the new moon in Leo, the first quarter Sagittarius Seeker's moon, and last week's Pisces Healer's moon. That was the full moon. So as you reflect and take time to see what's going on within you, become more consciously aware, you're doing a great service to yourself. You're expanding your spiritual path, making it easier to find yourself there. And as you do, you practice your personal self-development to be a leader for tomorrow. So happy third quarter lunar week. Check back next week where we'll have the new moon in Virgo update, energy update, plus a new podcast episode for the Virgo lunar cycle. Take care.